is more important this year because we are going through the corona pandemic, not only in India, but all around the world. Is technically everything okay? It's okay?
Yes, sir. Everything is okay, sir.
Everything okay. All right. Okay. So coming back to International Day of Yoga, I once again welcome you all, the distinguished keynote speakers, the very respected guests from India and elsewhere. We started the celebration. In fact, the whole month this June, because this was very necessary. And today we started it at 10 and it will go on up to 5. Normally when we do the physical gathering, it is for 2 hours or so. But this year, because of this corona pandemic, it's very difficult to have and not advisable to have a physical gathering. So we are having all online and virtual webinars and seminars and the live demonstration of yoga online. And thank you, Mishra ji, for adding one more feather here and one more event here in today's celebration. I know you have been the regular presenter and you have been regularly giving these webinars for the benefit of all concerned about yoga. As you all know that during this year, specifically during this corona pandemic, yoga therapy are the best to keep you healthy, not after once you fall sick, but especially the COVID-19 this disease affects, as our Prime Minister said, all our respiratory system. And the breathing exercises which we have in yoga makes you strong, your respiratory system strong, your immunity strong. The physical exercises also make your immunity strong, and yoga is not a physical exercise, but it's exercise for our body, for our mind, and also to keep you calm and spiritually strong. So it has more relevance this year because immunity is the key during this corona pandemic. So I wish that through all those sessions today, and we have the keynote speakers who will come later and share their knowledge with us. Definitely the public at large, the viewers who are watching this will definitely get benefited because it is more important to remain healthy. And meditation, which is part of yoga, is also more important because people are not affected by the actual corona, but by the fear of it. So if you do the meditation as per the protocol of yoga, then definitely you will not have so worries psychologically. So I welcome once again all the speakers, and thank you Dr. Mishra Academy and Dr. Rajesh Mishra ji for this initiative, and this will definitely help everyone who will be taking part. And we will have a recorded records of this, the video recording of this session, and we will upload it on our Facebook page. Definitely that will be accessed by so many persons, and we will have all the distinguished speaker which we are going to say and which are going to inform us, which are going to educate us about the yoga, its benefits. We look forward to. And thank you once again for you all you're taking time out of your schedule and being there. So thank you. We wish and pray that all of us remain happier, healthier, and spiritually uplifted. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for this affectionate talk. You always speak in favor of us. So thank you very much. And we are thank you to you that Consulate General of India, Hamburg, is the part of this event. And same next week, we are also going to organize international seminar on yoga and dance. So there is another aspect of yoga and dance, and the theme is Yog ke Rang Kala ke Sang. So there is another aspect. Thank you very much. So now we have Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi ji. We say generally the uncle. Dr. Trivedi sir is the president of Confederation of Indian Universities and founder chancellor of 2 universities, the Global Open University, Nagaland, and another university. Dr. Trivedi sir always guide me individually whenever I need supports, guidance. So I would like to invite Dr. Trivedi sir, please bless us with your words.
Thank you. My dear Consul General of India at Hamburg, Germany, Mr. Lal Raigarji, the convener of the program, Dr. Rajesh Mishra, keynote speakers, discussants, theme presenters, as also all the participants in this webinar organized on the special occasion of the International Day of Yoga. Friends, it's a great day as well as an auspicious occasion. On behalf of my Confederation of Indian Universities, with a membership of more than 1,200 accredited universities of India, as also the Global Open University Nagaland and the Indira Gandhi Technological and Medical Sciences University of Arunachal Pradesh, besides Dr. Kesav Balidam Hedgewar, Vishwa Hindu Vidyapith, and the School of Ayush Studies and Research. I, Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi, have great pleasure in congratulating the Consulate and the Consul General of India in Hamburg, as also other organizers, Dr. Mishra's Academy, and all other collaborators who have labored hard to make this webinar a grand success. Friends, on this auspicious occasion, as you know, that this International Day of Yoga has been organized and are being organized from the year 2015 only, based on the request of the Government of India in general and Honorable Prime Minister of India in particular, Sri Narendra Modi ji, who wrote to the United Nations with strong recommendations and endorsement of more than 160 countries of the world. And finally, a resolution was taken at the United Nations to announce International Day of Yoga on 21st of June every year. So we are organizing all this because of the corona environment, COVID-19. It is only possible through webinars. Otherwise, we used to have such programs in the big lawns where thousands of persons were assembled. Now we have to maintain social distancing that way. I would also give a 5-point agenda and a program before the Consul General of India, before the Government of India, before all the governments, the federal governments, central governments, the provincial governments, the state governments, other county administration and the district administration. And that is as follows. 5-point agenda is there to promote yoga all over the world. First point in the agenda is that yoga is the special therapy which is drugless. So if you want to have a drugless therapy where no budget is required, it is only yoga because it has no side effects. So for that matter, it is in fitness of things that if the health budgets of the federal governments and the central governments are to be optimized, answer lies in having drugless therapy. A therapy where no drug is used, because if you use the drugs, there are side effects. So yoga is the best treatment that way. Now, another point is very important. Sometimes many religious leaders are saying that it is a part of Hinduism. It is not. It is a way of life. It is something else because it was invented in India about 10,000 years back, and all our rishis and saints and munis and deities used to have yoga for many, many years, and that is why the longevity was very much. They used to live for more than 160, 170 years. Now, because of the absence of yoga, people die at about 60, 70, 80, or maximum 90. So, it is a way of life. It is a true fact that some of the posters look like some Hindu posters, Hinduism posters, but it is a coincidence because it came from India. So please don't think that somehow it has to do with religion. Everybody must do it because if you want to get cured without any drug, the answer lies in yoga. Now, point number 3, as our learned Consul General, Mr. Madan Lal Raigarji, has told in his initial address, that it is in fitness of things that we increase our immunity. Yes, it is a fact. All the doctors are saying those who have high immunity have less risk, and those who are aged people or young people with some disease are likely to be affected because immunity goes low. We want to increase the immunity. The only way out is yoga. You can take some vitamin D tablet and this, that is not going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. No increase in the immunity power. So it is only yoga, yoga, and yoga. So this is third point. So it must be promoted everywhere. How to promote it are detailed in the next 2 points, because I have to speak only 5 points only. So that way, third point is preparing a completed cadre of experts. Supposing we want to promote this all over the world, then we have to have a cadre. Now, at present, there are 2 types of trainers. One type is the trainers who got training from informally from the religious leaders or even yoga experts who are very senior person, and they used to teach them as if they are gurus and the students were disciples. So they have acquired expert knowledge because these gurus know everything about yoga, but they don't have a formal knowledge. And moreover, if they go abroad, they cannot speak in the foreign languages because they have learned in Sanskrit or Hindi. So they have to be given some refresher training so that they are finally finished. Now they are semi-finished. That way. Other category of persons are those like Rajesh Mishra ji, who is a product of a university. So there are only a few universities in the world where yoga is taught. In that case, it is in fitness of things that all the governments think of a unified curriculum, an integrated course where everything about yoga is taught. And then we have so many students. And then once we have a reservoir and a network of manpower in India, they can be exported over, like our high commissions, embassies, and the consulates, and promote this, that these are the experts who can serve in other countries where they will become trainers and they will prepare a competent cadre by introducing yoga in the local universities in the rest of the world, so that finally, if there is a need that yoga should be made compulsory, there should not be a problem. And I'm longing for a day when in schools, colleges, and universities, yoga will be compulsory, like a prayer. Once you go to a school or a college, you have a prayer for 5 minutes. Accordingly, there has to be some time for yoga also. Maybe in the beginning or at the end, it should be there. It should also be made compulsory in the offices, in the factories, everywhere, so that immunity power goes high. After Corona environment is over, even now, attendance is there, maybe 30%, 40% in the offices. What about those people? We must train them. In the meantime, if in the school the children are taught this, if their guardians are not knowing, children will go and educate their fathers. That is why we say catch them young. Catch them young jargon has gathered momentum now, and the children will teach their fathers, mothers, their colleagues, rather the entire neighborhood that way. Now the 5th point is very important. Before I say the 5th point, I want to also add under the point number 4, where a cadre is to be prepared. I'm sure the existing doctors who are from allopathy or Ayurveda or homeopathy, or for that matter, Siddha, Unani, or any other alternative medicine, complementary medicine, energetic medicine, or off-beat medicine, or a polypathic medicine, or for that matter, integrated medicine, they all have to be motivated to join this new area of yoga, because they should know that this is the only therapy possible. If we don't pull them in our field, they will become biased and they will speak against us. So it is high time that those who are modern medical practitioners like MD or MBBS or MS or PhDs, they also get refresher training, online training, or for virtual training through webinars or through training programs. They get all the ins and outs of yoga, benefits of yoga, so that once they know about it, they will not have a bias that way. So when they also come with you, people believe more on the modern medical practice. So if they say, it becomes a principle. So they also should be involved, because I know thousands of doctors in India who are allopaths, who are allopathic practitioners, and still they, for that matter, practice yoga at home because they know that the medicines are going to affect their health. So they take less medicine and do more of yoga. Now, the fifth point is very important. During the pandemic COVID-19, we have seen or observed that in all countries of the world, millions of jobs have been lost. Factories have been closed. Establishments are going to be closed. Offices have been closed. Businesses have been closed. Trading houses have closed down. Shops are, departmental stores are getting closed. Then we have millions of persons who are unemployed now. We have to have more number of occupations. For that, we can have a different webinar. But now is the time when we promote yoga. We can say it is also an alternative proposal for making the persons cured through, with and through establishment of more yoga hospitals, yoga centers, yoga clinics everywhere in the rural urban area. So those who have lost their jobs should not be disappointed. I know they are depressed, disappointed, because they have no money to eat, and many of them are committing suicide every day. So it is high time that they are motivated, and some attitudinal and behavioral change training is given to us urgently. Besides the training, short-term training in the area of yoga, a refresher course of about 10 or 15 days, and then a 1 month or 1.5 months training in the area of rural and urban entrepreneurship, because we want them to become a job giver, because they were a job seeker and they have lost their jobs. So now it's a matter of building confidence in them so that they can become job giver. After they undergo entrepreneurial training in every country, it is the duty of the government to decide a guideline where everything will be taught as to how to start yoga center, how to name them, how to register them, what is medical ethics, what are the risks involved, what will be the manpower needed. So those entrepreneurs will look after the finances, management, personnel, or HR, or for that matter, other legal things. But the experts who will practice yoga and cure the patients will be the trained persons who may not know anything about management, but they will know everything about yogic science. That way, it is possible that with the help of such persons who have lost their jobs, there is a competent cadre of entrepreneurs all over the world who will be taking care of the establishment of such hospitals, yoga kendras or yoga clinics, or for that matter, teaching yogic science in universities, colleges, schools, institutions of importance. And also in the public sector and private sector organizations where yoga should be made compulsory, and that one yoga teacher should be there from 9 to 6 every day, whenever somebody is liking, depending on the schedule of persons of work, and then they can practice yoga so that it is promoted and it is proven, it becomes a proven fact. In the meantime, we must believe in the art and science of evidence-based treatment. Just by saying that yoga is good and 10,000 years old, no. The idea is to have a scientific base. We must have a benchmark survey of at least 1,000 persons. What is their blood parameter, chemical parameters? And then after doing yoga for 1 month, again parameters will be checked. We will see whether immunity has changed, or if cholesterol is high, it has gone down, lipid profile, everything will be normal. And then it will be a fact which will be shown to the experts, to the WHO, or for that matter, to the modern medical practitioners who once upon a time had a bias for this. So these things are very important. And I'm sure by doing this, we will be changing the world, because things are changing. Even the teaching process has changed. It's online education. We used to have big halls, as Mr. Iger was saying. We used to have big halls where hundreds of thousands of persons were addressed. But now is the time when no together sitting is there. There is no togetherness. We are at a distance, but even there we are united through webinars, through video conferencing. I congratulate once again the Consulate General at Hamburg, the Government of India, and also Rajesh Mishra ji. And I'm sure whatever I have said and whatever Mr. Raigad has said and whatever other speakers will say will be informed to the Government of India and to the rest of the governments. I'm sure our learned President, Mr. Ramnath Kovind, learned Vice President, Mr. K. Venkaiah Naidu, and the learned Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, all will try to see that our proposal, whatever is discussed by me today and by other speakers, including the Consul General, has the highest consideration before the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in India and the rest of the world, so that they consider the point, and if there is a need, we can have such webinars again and a brainstorming session so that we explain the idea, and then the health budget is reduced to zero. We are longing for a day. So with these words, I thank you once again, and I will take another 3 minutes time for saying this in Hindi because it's our mother language. It is the Rajbhasha of India. So बहनों और भाइयों, मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ मदन लाल जी रायगढ़ जी का, जो कंसुल जनरल है हैम्बर्ग में, जर्मनी में, और साथ साथ जो हमारे संयोजक हैं इस कार्यक्रम के, राजेश मिश्रा जी, जिन्होंने कार्यक्रम किया। बड़ी अच्छी बात है। मैंने अंग्रेजी में ये बताया था कि हमें 5 सूत्री कार्यक्रम पर काम करना है। पहला कार्यक्रम ये है कि हमें देखना होगा कि किस प्रकार हम योग को मनाएं, और मनाते समय हम ये देखें कि इसमें कोई बायस नहीं है, हर धर्म के लोग इसको कर सकते हैं, जरा भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। और साथ ही साथ हमने ये भी बात करी है कि हमारी जो इम्यूनिटी घट रही है उसके लिए हम योगा करें, हमारे दवा खाने से काम नहीं चलेगा, इसलिए योग का प्रचार प्रसार हमें करना पड़ेगा। इसके साथ साथ हमें यह भी देखना है कि यह एक औषधि मुक्त चिकित्सा है, एक ऐसी चिकित्सा बनती है इसमें दवा नहीं लगती, ड्रगलेस थेरापी है। औषधि मुक्त चिकित्सा का ही भविष्य है, क्योंकि पैसा घट रहा है, हमें स्वास्थ्य पर ज्यादा बजट नहीं रख सकते, और साथ साथ हमें साइड इफेक्ट नहीं करवाना है। बड़े बड़े अस्पतालों में जाकर दवा इतनी नहीं खानी है कि हम ठीक तो हो जाएं, आने के बाद हम डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन में हम लाखों के रुपया खर्च करें और अरबों रुपया हर साल जो बर्बाद होता है वो ना हो, बल्कि योग संबंधी हॉस्पिटल हो, और जो हॉस्पिटल अभी तक वर्तमान में है उसमें भी योग का डिपार्टमेंट बने और सारे प्रशिक्षित लोग वहां जाए काम करें। साथ साथ हमें बताना होगा कैसे हम दुनिया भर में, भारत से और बाहर के लोगों को, जो हमारे युवा हैं, उनको प्रशिक्षित करें योग के क्षेत्र में, ताकि हर जगह वो जाके स्कूलों में, कॉलेजेस में, विश्वविद्यालयों में पढ़ा सके और फिर खुद भी पढ़ सके, रिसर्च कर सके। और अंतिम बात जो मैंने कही थी वो था कि उद्यमिता विकास का, कि हमारे कोरोना वायरस के चलते जो नौकरियां चली गई, कई करोड़ नौकरियां चली गई अभी पूरी दुनिया से, और वो लोग बड़े डिप्रेस्ड हैं, बड़े चिंतित हैं, बड़े दुखी हैं, अब उनकी आत्मा रो रही है। तो उनके लिए हमें कुछ पुनर्वास का कार्यक्रम करना पड़ेगा। पुनर्वास का तोहफा हम इस प्रकार दें, वो इतने प्रफुल्लित हो जाए, उनके खुशी का ठिकाना न रहे। वो तभी संभव है जब हम ऐसा करेंगे कि हम जो रोजगार याचक के रूप में वो काम कर रहे थे वर्षों से, नौकरियां चली गई, समझिए कि एक तरह से उन्हें बधाई उनको हम देना चाहेंगे कि नौकरी चली गई, अच्छा हुआ, अब वो बहुत बड़े आदमी बनने जा रहे हैं, वो राष्ट्र निर्माता होने जा रहे हैं और धनी होने जा रहे हैं, संतुष्ट होने जा रहे हैं। उद्यमिता विकास के माध्यम से कुछ प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त कर लें, और मैं भारत के अलावा बाकी भारत के साथ साथ दुनिया भर के सरकारों को कहूंगा, उद्यमिता विकास का कार्यक्रम करके उन लोगों को प्रशिक्षित करके उन्हें कहें योग के क्षेत्र में, और बहुत सारे ऐसे क्षेत्र भी हैं जिसकी चर्चा अगले वेबिनार में होगी, लेकिन अभी कम से कम योग के क्षेत्र में उनका इतना प्रशिक्षण हो कि वो अपना अपना हॉस्पिटल खोल लें, उद्यमिता का प्रशिक्षण ले लें, कैसे खुलता है, कैसे मैनेज होता है, वित्तीय प्रबंधन क्या है, साथ साथ वहां पर जो जितने स्टाफ है उसका प्रबंधन कैसे होगा, मानव संसाधन प्रबंधन कैसे होगा, उसका प्रशिक्षण ले लें, और बाकी काम एक्सपर्ट पर छोड़ दें। एक अगर उद्यमी है, 2 आदमी मिले खोलता है, कम से कम 50 योग के एक्सपर्ट को रख सकते हैं वो, और जो उससे योगा क्लिनिक खोल सकता है, योगा हॉस्पिटल खोल सकता है, योगा केंद्र खोल सकता है, योगा की लाइब्रेरी हो सकती है, और योगा प्रशिक्षण केंद्र खुल सकता है। तो इस प्रकार लाखों करोड़ों लोगों की नौकरी मिलेगी और लोग चंगे होंगे और फिर बड़े बड़े हॉस्पिटल में ज्यादा पैसा नहीं खर्च करेंगे, आप चंगे हो जाएंगे। मैं समझता हूँ कि भारत सरकार और बाकी सरकार भी इसको ध्यान देगी और सभी सरकारों के राष्ट्रपति, उपराष्ट्रपति, प्रधानमंत्री भी ध्यान देंगे। मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा अपने राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद जी का, अपने उपराष्ट्रपति वेंकैया नायडू जी का, अपने प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी का, जिन्होंने योग के क्षेत्र में जी जान लगा करके पूरे विश्व भर में इसका प्रचार प्रसार किया है। हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि जो हमारा काडर तैयार होगा उसको हमारे भारत के बाहर जो उच्च योग है या राजदूतावास है या फिर जो कंसुलेट्स हैं, उनके जो पदाधिकारी गण हैं वो इसका प्रचार प्रसार करेंगे और भारत के जितने प्रशिक्षित लोग हैं, अगर दूसरी देश के सरकारों को जरूरत हो, रातों रात उन्हें बुलाकर उन्हें वहां पर उनको प्लेस करवाएंगे, उनको वहां पर
जरूर सर,
स्थापित करवाएंगे ताकि दुनिया भर में योग का प्रचार प्रसार हो सके। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं आपको धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा, बधाई देना चाहूंगा सभी लोगों को जिन्होंने हमारी बात सुनी है। धन्यवाद, जय हिंद।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, मेनी थैंक्स सर. This event is organized by the Shaktya IFO, which is based in Bremen, and we are actively working from 2017, and we organize a lot of cultural events, and same time with now this is the first international seminar, and we always get supports from the Consulate General of India, Hamburg, and of course the local government from the Bremen. So thank you for your guidance, and I think in near future we will connect for this your 5 Sutris Karikram. Thank you, sir. Now we have another speaker, distinguished guest, Dr. Chinmay Pandya, who is the Vice Chancellor, Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya. And Dr. Pandya is not able to join, so he had sent me one video. So I would like to show his message, and it's approximately 12 minutes. Then please, can you tell me? Share, yeah. I'm not able to see. Multiple participants can share. No, I don't want others. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear?
No, we cannot.
It cannot?
No, it's not audible properly.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Because I think this voice is not going into speaker or mic.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Better now. Yeah.
Can you come on the original? Where is? Can you come again? I stop sharing. I think we are not able to play Dr. Pandya video. I think this is auditable. So we will share on our Facebook and YouTube. So then we can listen. Now, sorry, where is the Sumit? Can you stop? Where is the video?
Sorry,
Can't have video switch off. Oh, sorry.
off हो गई है आप दिख रहे हैं.
But sound is coming.
Video is playing.
Yeah.
अच्छा वो speaker बंद करो ना.
No, but this one we have to mute here.
हाँ.
Okay. So now we have our Dr. Ishwar sir is here. Ishwar Vaswa Reddy sir. He is not here. I think he has the interview with Amitabh Bachchan and other artists with related the yoga and International Day of Yoga. So he will join in 10 minutes. Yes. So I would like to invite Mr. Jochen Kronek. He's from the Finland, and Jochen is also yoga master. So Jochen, please share your knowledge with us. Thank you, Jochen, for joining. Jochen? Jochen is here? Oh.
But maybe Anut.
Yes, now it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to say it's a pleasure for me to be here. It's also my first, I think, the active webinar. And there already a lot things said. Where I start, there's a lot. We have a lot of tools in yoga, and my personally focus in the moment is yoga, and also yoga and massage, or bring like a combination out of healing and yoga therapy and massage together. This I'm working now, and in Finland everything takes a little bit longer time. Originally I'm from Germany, maybe it's the accent. And what I have seen here quite a lot of people actually people practicing yoga. So it's very good, but it's what we already talked about or we heard. It's mainly a quite physically focused, which is not bad. But I have met a lot of people who are practicing over 5 or 10 years of yoga, and they couldn't really integrate like a deeper knowledge on we find this inner connection, not to the inner, like to the soul or to your inner higher self. So it was very interesting to talk and to work with these people. And now in August this year, I opened up my own company, or the own well-being company. It's then the focus of yoga therapy, massage, and also like nutritionist advices. And what I want to share is that what are the great reasons actually to do yoga is number one is, of course, is this inner guidance. So when we practice yoga, not only in a physical way, but also in a meditative way, and through breath techniques, meditations, or sound, we build up this inner voice, this inner GPS, which is also guiding us always to the right places, or to the places and people where we need to develop. So this is the benefit. It is also challenging. This is the thing, but what we have to face. But this is also I think the essence of yoga, that it always goes further. So this is really I like to. I wish actually people actually experience more this inner guidance. Listen to your own voice, and not only just physically exercise, which is not bad, of course not. But it's yoga. I said in the beginning, it's more. And my background, I know I studied Hatha yoga, but also Kundalini yoga, and comes from different tradition. But I think the essence is very, very the same. That it is all about balance. But what we have to do is, or what we have to find is, what is helping balance mind, body, and also the soul. And I had very good experience with different kind of breath techniques here, and with the participants and clients, and very nice also meditations. But it takes a lot, and of course more women are generally open to work on the spiritual path. And I try this here new experiment. I will start a pure, only a man group, a yoga, hatha yoga man group. And this is still in process. I'm not sure if it's working, but yo. So the first point was here inner guidance, but yoga can build up, or can build this inner guide GPS system, which is leading us or guiding us, helping not to the right people, the right spot, places. And the number two is, of course, we are using the sacred sound. We're doing it with chanting, or sometimes also with instruments, and to help a little bit this. It's it's the Nad yoga. Where we use all these techniques to enhance the chemistry in the brain, or it's actually alchemic process which is happening then to connect more to the heart, the inner heart, and to the inner soul. And the most beautiful thing I think in yoga, if somebody is practicing it, is that we can turn karma to dharma. So that means that we not are the heritage of our ancestors. I don't want to say this in a bad way, but sometimes when people have, especially in Finland, often people have lots of bad food habits, and then they continue this, they get sick, then they recover a little bit, they continue, and then maybe they die. And then often the next generation is doing a very similar lifestyle. And then people always ask me what I can do, and I say, well, you have to change your habits, you have to change the style, the lifestyle, the way what you are, the way how you think, how you live. And this is a very interesting and very personally process, and also very hard and challenging as for me, because we have to dig very deep. And mostly people who are practicing yoga are more interested in what I said, the physical exercises, very technical, but they don't really want to go deepen the experiences, and also to challenge, to face themselves. So this is what we are working still, and especially for men, it's very hard. Women are much more open. This is maybe 85%, so all 90% are women. They are very open to work also. The next step is when we practice regular yoga, we have more protection from negativity. That's strengthening the auric body or aura, and cleaning it, which keeps us quite safe from negative energy or influences from the environment. And there's actually also techniques to, and I think this is the benefit and the gift, to enhance the immune system. And this is what I really missed in German news and also in Finnish news during now the Corona pandemic. It's all about vaccinations, and it's all about there's no other way. And there are so many ways. From yoga practice, breathing techniques, meditation, for calming the mind. There's a lot of stuff. And this should be also a bit more maybe shared or supported. And government is quite conservative, so in Finland, as I bet it will take a lot of time still to make the changes. But I think step by step, every time when there's a new person coming and experience herself in a deeper way, this is, I think, already a win. Becomes more balanced, maybe more happy, less sick, and then we come to the next step. It's the emotional balance and the neutral mind, what we try to achieve in yoga, or try to train, that we're not getting too much affected from all these negative emotions and thoughts from other people. And probably now in COVID-19, it has affected a lot of people's life, as mine too, of course, I think everybody's life. And it can really help to find like this inner, what I said before, this inner balance or this inner guidance, which leads them to this emotionally balance, that we have this connection to this deeper self. And it's very calming if we are connected to our higher self and not to a soul body. And we can feel, well, it's this life that we are sharing here on this planet. It's a part of it. It's a part of the reality, but it's not the 100% the truth. And there is something beyond and behind all this, but is much more important, much more maybe interesting. Because we should not escape from this world, of course not. But we should not focus on the problems or on the future. We should focus on the here and the now. So what we can change in a positive way in our lives will of course affect or have an effect or influence on our people and our family members, or not people who are very close to us, friends. And this is very nice. So that when we change our world, our behavior through yoga, this affects other people directly or indirectly. Then, but I've experienced that so this is a bit like how I developed step by step. That at first I learned, studied, practice, and then I did need always a time for integration. And I think this is very important. That people sometimes also they over practice. They practice, and they want more. This is then the part of the ego. They want more experience, more. People are sometimes disappointed when they don't have then visions or don't have then this inner guidance, inner voice. And is the sound still okay? It's so silent. Hello?
We are here. We are listening.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to check up. And what I want to say, so this the relaxation, integration of all these techniques and all the experiences. I think this is really what when yoga happens, really to affect in a deeper way. That we not just practice and doing. Sometimes it's time to rest. Maybe much more settled things, meditation, breathing techniques, which is just now appropriate for this person moment of time. I do a lot of personal training. I don't do so much group techniques or group yoga. I try more to invite people through the massage to yoga and to make them like a personally level, which is based, of course, on yoga therapy, massage, and also then nutritional advice. So I try to make a holistic kind of treatment if the person is interested. And yes, I want to say this: the relaxation is very important. Relaxation of the brain, sleep. I've here discovered that a lot of people have sleeping problems. This is really significant, especially during winter time. Probably it's of course the pituitary gland are affected from the darkness. And even for people who have grown up here, it's every year a challenge to relax and not to become depressed. We have a lot of suicides in Finland, probably one of the most highest rates in Europe. And so I'm also working to give people like guidance and support when they feel a bit like depressed. So in a light, also in a light therapeutic version. I'm not a qualified now psychotherapist, but through yoga we have a lot of tools. It's just not so popular. Everybody thinks when we talk about yoga, hey, let's make some stretches and some movements. And this is I try to develop to people here also in Finland. It's not a sport. It's not a sport lesson you participate. It's something which is beyond your body. And the beautiful thing is, and through yoga, you can build a nice community. You can talk about like deep experience. You can just also talk about physical experiences. You can talk about many different things. But you have the same interesting level, like in this wonderful seminar, the webinar, what we're doing now, that we're connecting all over the world on this special day. We have here a very special day also in Finland. It's the summer solists, like midsummer celebration, or Juhannus, like a celebration where we celebrate the sun energy. I also took today a sun card. So this is in the sign of the sun. So when you are living here, you can really feel this the nature rhythm. This is very, very beautiful, but also challenging, because we have this 9 months of quite winterly darkness. So it's very heavy energy. It's very dark. Sometimes we have only 3 hours of sunlight, but sometimes even less. So yoga has a really big benefit if people practice it, to get this inner light, to change the hormone system, the immune system, that we're not stuck in this, in the outer darkness, and it's in this pressure from the external world. So this, I'm also working with this, and we have very good results. My wife, she is also a yoga teacher, and she is also a psychiatrical nurse, and she does a bit more her own stuff, but we're both working also together to give people better chance inside also to practice maybe a different kind of yoga, and then we choose which kind maybe of yoga, how much we have of course developed and experienced for ourselves, we can give to the students or those people who are interested. So this is the benefits, and what we always talked about. And what else? There's a lot of talk, a lot of stuff, a lot of information. And I invite you now, if you're all ready, to make a 3-minute meditation. It is not very long, 3 minutes. It's called the meditation for the calm heart. This is what I also give often to people when they feel a little bit anxiety, and when they have maybe lost their job, or it's a very stressful time. And as I invite you, it's a very easy meditation. It's not only 3 minutes, and you have to put the left hand on the palm on the heart, top of the heart center, and the right hand goes in a Gyan Mudra, like this. Shoulders are down, they come down slightly, Yalandhara Band, and then we just close the eyes, we focus.
Is it this mudra or is it like that?
Sorry, Gyan Mudra.
Okay.
Gyan Mudra, right hand, left hand is on the chest or the top of the heart center, so that the left end of the palm is pressing a little bit. I go a little bit back. It's a bit, moment. Maybe like this. So the palms from the right hand is on front. Shoulders are relaxed. Now slightly Yalandhara Band down, and then focus. You can turn your eyes here up. It's like when the eyes are closed, you still have to focus like 45 degrees up, and the tongue presses against the palate roof. So we activate the acupressure points in the gum or in the mouth. And the breath is very easy. It is we call it like a full yogic, you all knew this, full yogic breath. That means we start, inhale deep, like a diaphragma or belly breath in. And then we expand this to the chest. And then we exhale other way around. At first, chest, through chest, and then in the end, belly, and then we repeat this. And the important is we inhale through the nostrils, and very slow, and we keep the focus the whole time on the breath. The spine is straight. So no pressure, it's just a sensational technique, not to feel how you're breathing and to calm down. It's like one hand is like calming the heart. Keep it in a safe, in a secure mode. And the right hand is connecting. So mostly I do this more than 3 minutes with people, so it's 5 or actually 11 minutes. This is my minimum, because it then starts to affect the nervous system, most of the people. 3 minutes, then the blood circle is going a little bit to be affected, but it's more than we want to have the whole nerve system. This is what it's all about. It's the time and how it feels. One minute. Not take your time. Just focus on the breath. I'm sitting on a ball, so this is why I'm always a bit rolling around. So in the end, just inhale a little bit more powerful. And we keep then the air in, breath in for 5 seconds, navel in, spine straight, chest up, chin in. And if you can hold a little bit longer, the breath 10 seconds or more, that's all fine. And then exhale through both nostrils. That's it. So it is very recommendable to do this for 11 minutes. It's a Kundalini yoga meditation. The name is Meditation for a Calm Heart. I think you can also find this in the internet. I haven't checked it, but for questions, you can always write me a message, no problem. So this is very beautiful and very easy practice to do every day. It's very good also before people go to bed, because it's calming down. Makes not so much sense to do this maybe in the morning when we have to be active and our sympathicus has to be on top. But it's very good also during breaks, maybe after the food, if the belly is not too full. And it's recommended always to have a glass, I forgot to say, sorry, a glass of water before. And we can make this up to 31 minutes, and then you have a very, very nice effect. And as long as we know, as long as meditation goes, or we practice, as long as it stays, as long as the effect is. This is why we do often also this 2.5 hour sadhana in the morning, which takes a lot of time, but it stays the whole day. This is the benefit. So it carries on the whole day. And it's very hard to convince people to do this. So this is why we start very slow, 11 minutes. But I've also already clients, they can make this now also 31 minutes. As not only this meditation.
I know you have the long experience, so thank you very much. As we know each other from many years, so that's your personal experience is excellent. So we will organize something that you can share once your personal experience. Thank you, Jochen, very much.
I'm more practical oriented, but thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Still, I would like to introduce some, in part by part, our some guests. We have Meena Singh ji, Thomas, Jerome, Jochen, Swaminath ji, Swaminath Gyandarshi, Sarita Shakti, Raj, Dr. Kamakhya ji. So step by step, I will introduce more. So thank you. Now, we are the 15 minutes late. Sorry for that. We have our eminent keynote speaker, Dr. Ishwar Baswa Reddy ji. Dr. Ishwar Baswa Reddy ji is the advisor, Yoga and Naturopathy at the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. He is the director of National Institute Morarji Desai. And if you have seen Modi ji first yoga event at the Rajpath, Dr. Baswa Reddy sir has conducted not only the Rajpath, but everywhere, wherever the Pradhan Mantri Modi ji is doing yoga, sir is instructing. So I welcome Dr. Baswa Reddy sir giving. Namaskar.
Namaste, namaste. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Respected dignitaries and my esteemed friend Rajesh ji and all the eminent yoga masters from different parts of the globe. And it's my privilege to just join you for few minutes. Today is a very hectic day and we are attending one after the another webinars. Just I would like to emphasize 5 important points. I was listening to the previous speaker. I was giving very wonderful experiences and information. 5 important points. So first one is what yoga means for me. For me, yoga means it's a completely a detoxification process. The whole practice of yoga is a Shuddhi Kriya. So it starts with Yama Niyamas. Our Guruji Iyengarji used to tell Yama Niyamas for Karma Shuddhi. So Karma Shuddhi, where Yamas are restraints. If we follow Yama, they will protective mechanism. Because whenever we do sadhana, we get hurdles at various levels. I saw in my last 33 years of profession and more than 46 years of practice of yoga. Whenever we are going to the higher states and we get the hurdles, hurdles comes to upgrade our practice. So that's why the ahimsa, satya, atsaya, brahmacharya, parigraha. So if I follow, that helped me so upgrade my sadhana and overcome the antarayas. Then I become perfect while following the niyamas. That's why they are observances. Shaktya, santosha, tapa, swadhyaya, ishwar pranidhana. The whole niyamas are the observances. I am doing now ustrasana. I am following Shaktya, the principle of Shaktya in doing ustrasana. Santosha, then like this tapas, swadhyaya, ishwar pranidhana, all these things. So this is the way how we have to take up. So once you do that, the whole process becomes a karma shuddhi. Prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, agami karma. Even Patanjali explains various of karma, these things in the 4th chapter we come to. So therefore, this is the first thing whenever I think that I am doing yoga for this karma shuddhi, my sanchita karmas, prarabdha karmas. Many times we don't do the mistakes, but still we face some problems. So that has given rise to me why such things are happening. Because always a yoga practitioner is a self-observer. Therefore, this is one thing. The second one is we want to live means we have to eat. The air what we breathe, the water what we drink, the food what we eat. These are called our nutrients. They are the survival factor for this gross body or physical body. So it is also to be nowadays toxified. Toxified air, toxified water, toxified food. So detoxification process means we have to modify our diet part. So yoga has given very wonderful formulas in the under any circumstances how we can detoxify and verify our diet modification. So then all these toxins entered into our body, then body has to be detoxified. Therefore, asanas, there may be Shatkriyas before pranayama, but particularly asanas, it's called Snayu Shuddhi. The entire nervous system, both central nervous system and autonomous nervous system, greatly influenced by the asana, they only make this stable and comfortable posture. So therefore, it is the detoxification of this body is through some shatkarmas or with asanas. Asanas are only not for fitness for me. They are removing the toxins in the channels. So earlier too, before that we put the detoxification process, Shuddhi Kriyas. In Hatha Yoga elaborately it explains. We call them as yogic hygiene practices. So then it comes to the prana Shuddhi. This prana body has connected with the prana. Therefore, I talk about the nervous system. Then the smallest unit of the nervous system is a neuron. So the transmission of this neuron, how it connects. So we breathe, it is not prana. There is a prana in our breath. It goes to our lungs, lungs connected to the heart. That's why in yoga, whenever we do pranayama, it is cardiorespiratory efficiency. There is a coordination between heart and lungs. Then this connects with the entire vagus. You know the vagus nerve importance. This vagus, when it is go on purifying with the regular practice of asana, it connects with the prana. We are doing just anulom vilom or taking breathing. It is not pranayama. Just that is a means to pranayama. So awareness of flow of breathe, that is prana. How this comes to it is in the prana is a sukshma. So just like, just imagine a train is floating on the track. When it is a superconductor, the train floats. It will not run on the track, it floats just above the float. It's a superconductor, there is no resistance at all, zero resistance. Like this it is moving. Same thing here, prana, it is in the another plane. So that prana connects with our mind. So again in the prana and mind, there is a comes in between, that is called indriyas, the senses. Both jnanendriya and karmendriya, it connects with the 11th indriya, the mind, the manas. So therefore, pranayama practice, it's not only channelize our breathing activity, but also bring awareness about the movement of this prana. Once it is oriented, then it will jump to the next stage of prana. Our existence, it is mind. Mind is not in the brain. Mind is it in the higher states of conscious level. So mind is having the two dimension. So when it is comes in contact with the rajasic mode, it goes outwards with the indriyas, enter into the worldly life. So when mind get into the concentrated, oriented, it becomes sattva pradhana. It goes into the inner core of our personality. Therefore, mind is the most important thing for us when it is mind. That's why in the entire Yoga Vasishtha, Mana Prashamanopaya. So, Patanjali speak about the higher mind stuff. It's not only mind what we are thinking in the Western court. It's a mind stuff. It's the chitta is the not mind, it's the higher stuff. But we ordinarily narrate into only the mind. So, mind becomes when then buddhi starts working. Till that time, if mind is disturbed, our real wisdom will not flow. Buddhi will not come into. Therefore, mind management is most important thing for us. Therefore, when we do asana pranayama, that bring the relaxation, then comes the pratyahara, withdrawing the senses. And again, in Hatha Yoga, the mudra, the bandha, various techniques, it's not only the philosophy, and there are pratyahara practices where we can bring inward we can make them inward, both karmendriya first, then jnanendriya. Then I can touch up with if they lose contact with these things, mind becomes stable because it is sattva state. So that mind only ignite the intellect. So intellect is in the sattva. So that is the decision making body. So that makes the difference between the nitya anitya vastu viveka. There jnana yoga comes. I'm relating all these yogas. So like that Ashtanga yoga, entire Ashtanga yoga I'm relating it to. Then dhyana, pratyahara indriya shuddhi, dharana manas shuddhi, dhyana chitta shuddhi. Then samadhi, atma sakshatkara. There we establish in our own self. So this is Ashtanga yoga. We can relate it to all yoga, Sankhya. So if you say any person cannot make the judgment, we are coming into many illusions. So in that case, sorry, battery is low. I'll just take another few minutes. So therefore, this is the whole process of yoga is detoxification. Then when we make it this detoxification process into, just 1 minute. Yes. When this detoxification process into the technology we convert into, there we come across the Shuddhikarana Kriyas. We have a diet regulation. We have series of asanas according to our psychophysical nature. We have a series of pranayamas. So not only that Anulom Vilom or how to hold, how much to hold, Shunyaka, etc. There's a lot of variations. What ratio is to follow for what condition. These are all the technologies. People just take it up. But yoga is so deep. I use the word technology. Then what are the pratyahara practices to be adopted? So like this, we develop the protocol based on this philosophical concept. We convert them into second one into technology. Technology into the third one into the practices. So we convert them into the package. So we give it to some models like that. Nowadays, we come up with a small package of 45 minutes called Common Yoga Protocol, where it is just people start as a fitness program or wellness program for therapy program. We are given the guidelines. So there will be permutation and combinations of some asanas, pranayamas, and the model may be changed, but we are given a holistic model. In the Common Yoga Protocol, it's a well thought protocol. So now it is more than today, after this one, it may goes to 300 million or 30 crore people might have practiced this one yoga protocol across the globe. The huge number of people are following. Maybe some organizations, some individuals may be editing or something. This is being followed worldwide for some plus or minus. This is one of the biggest wellness model the Ayush Ministry has brought in. And by consulting all the great yoga masters have joined to prepare this small module of 45 minutes. So that's why the philosophy I want to convert into the technology to the practices. So when I practice it, so I have the fourth one is what objective you have to practice it. That's most important. So because it's a health and healing, are you practicing for fitness? Are you practicing it for wellness? Are you practicing to overcome only the cervical spondylitis or hypertension? Are you practicing for the spiritual goal or the spiritual quest to fulfill? So what is the objective? First objectives, 1, 2, 3. Then what is the goal? Accordingly, these practices has to be modeled. Nowadays it's need. So that's why we need a very talented teachers who have the overall knowledge of all the philosophies and the technologies in bhakti, karma, jnana, hatha, tantra, raja, mudra, bandha, all these things. Then only is a professional. It needs a lot of study and lot of sadhana and also experience of teaching to understand this. 24 hours we have to only think about it. Then only all these things come. That's why the fourth one is whenever you are teaching to any individual, what is his objective of learning, coming to yoga? He comes for only this passion. Just one day he come up with his friend and just he want to taste it. Give him a tasty. Make him tasty the good yoga for, oh, one day I practiced yoga. It was very wonderful experience. That's all. Next day, forget it. But at least in one day, you give the very tasty capsule for him so that he will remember that small 15 minutes or half an hour, one day practice. In your ways, one day I practice yoga with so and so. If you come up with some problem, give the capsule with your wisdom. How? The philosophy first, technology, then the practices. So like this, we the yoga professionals has to adopt this approach so that we can reach the many people. Now we are reaching many people. Last, the yoga persons must themselves practice, most importantly, dhyana. That's why Patanjali says on Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Vyasa Yoga Samadhi, all practices leading to dhyana. Once you have that dhyana continuously, then there are stages. Patanjali explains about samapatti. So before that, he explains about sampradnyata, vitarka, vichara, ananda, asmita. So these are all the higher stages. The last one is very important for the yoga professionals. So then while explaining the samapatti in the 41 sloka, he start giving the savitarka, niritarka, savichara, nirvichara, sananda, ananda, then asmita, sasmita. Then he go to the adhyatma prasada and ratambara prajna. A yoga person should have that ratambara prajna, nitya and anitya vastu. Now he become a crystal clear about the individuals before him, about the situation before him. That wisdom makes him a perfect man. The problems will not go. We are born, once we have come in contact with Prakriti, dukkha is inevitable, pain is perennial, suffering is perennial. Buddha in his Dhammapada, particularly birth is painful, relationships are painful, death is painful. We are full of pain. That's why it's called tapatraya, adibhotika, adidaivika, adhyatmika tapa. Three kinds of suffering explained in Sankhya. So Patanjali gives the means. So with that means, if you don't understand other yogas, bring them, jnana, bhakti, karma, raja, hatha practices. They are integral part, but where you have a adhyatma prasada, it comes with a constant dhyana. Then again Patanjali gives 7 waves for that. He starts with the chitta prasadana. Maitri, Karuna, Mudito, Pekshanam, Sukadukka, Punya, Punya Vishanam. He has given that. Ekatattva Abhyasa. So then he has given several other options, one by one. So like this, dhyana is a wonderful thing. That's why yoga samadhi. Samadhi means it starts with dhyana, the various stages. So at least few seconds, few minutes, few hours, whenever we get, we analyze the yoga professional. Then I can understand with what objective a person is sitting before me, what I shall give. What are the practices to be given? What is the technology I have to use? What is the philosophy behind it? So this is a way how we have to approach the yoga professionals to address the health issues or the healing issues. This is called the yoga chikitsa, if you call it. I started with the detoxification processes in the philosophy and given you 5 points. So what I understood, I just not prepared what to talk spontaneously, whatever has come in my mind, I put forward. And thank you very much. I think so Kamakhya and Mukesh and so other my friends are there. They will also have to speak. And I met Rajneesh few years back in Bangkok, and he's a great guy, and he's spreading Rajesh, and he's spreading a lot of he's promoting yoga in different points. And once again, I thank the embassy for taking this initiative. And today, worldwide, many millions and millions of people are joining and practicing yoga, making this happen. And what I said in my previous talk, I was talking. So we have to take yoga into a heart. So once his heart is always emotional. Take yoga into the heart and you hug it. So yoga never leave us. When yoga is with us, always there is a happiness, there is a bliss. Our approach is different for the individuals, for the problems. So all this corona pandemic, that may be one of the objective of this seminar. Everybody today is talking about corona. Yes, in the past also we have problems, nowadays also we are facing, and in future also we are getting. Your problems never go away, but the approach, how you tackle the problem, so how we'll keep ourselves in our pure consciousness. So all this problem is in our mind, therefore mind is the problem. Therefore yoga helps us to make it stable, calm, quiet. All yogic practices are mind-centric, and that's why with this approach we go to the people. Yoga slowly start delivering. There are people with fashion, with diversified society, diversified people are coming to yoga nowadays. Some people come for fashion, with beer yoga, that yoga. Don't bother all these things. Some things will come and go. Yoga has survived for 5,000 years. Now I'm sitting here. So many people will come and disturb. Some sattvic people will come. I faced all these things in life. Same thing, all these wrong notions, ignore them. Many people will come, oh, Vasavaredi will talk about beer yoga, hot yoga, like this. I never talk. I talk only about the classical yoga. The good stuff I am talking about more and more. If you give attention to these wrong things, unnecessary, it's bombarding and we are wasting our time. Talk about the good stuff. What you experience these things in life also like that. So other things will come and go. So let it be. Some in the laughter yoga, so many things are coming. And people write to us many times. So therefore, I usually have the approach of just ignoring them, let them come, and they also 1 hour day. Out of these 1,000 people, they will keep up the beer sideways. Someday they will also practice samadhi, where they get better transcendental experience. So all these things happen. That's why whoever practice yoga, I respect them. I give in whatever the order, I respect them, because one or the other form of yoga they are practicing. They are our family. Whoever just talk about yoga and do yoga, promote yoga, I feel they are my family member. With these approach, if you progress, yoga has become the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Vishwavyapi, or the whole world is embracing yoga. It's not only the property of one country, it is for the whole universe. This message, the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has taken up to, but before that, many great sages, Kualanand ji, Swami Yogendra ji, and Vivekanand ji, so many people, Iyengar ji, and all these things people to the worldwide, now it has become the part of our life. With these few words, I once again thank all the organizers, and also I taken a little bit of more time. Speakers are waiting. Thank you very much, Rajesh ji, and convey my regards to the counselor and
Sir is writing, CG sir is writing always about you in the message box. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Because I have a webinar with some other persons, celebrities from 6 to 7. I forgotten it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
so
you.
I can small prayer. Like Namaste, Kamakya. Namaste, Namaste. Thank you. Happy.
Nice to see you.
Thank you, Kamakya ji. Thank you. So I'm so happy to see you all on the International Day of Yoga. Rajesh ji has given, provided an opportunity to meet all you people. So I conclude with a small prayer. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So today, if as we are as a yoga teacher or as a yoga aspirant or lover, yoga lover, this is a very special day for us. And thank you for your guidance, sir. I would like to introduce our Shaktya IFO team member. So here is Mr. Devi Prasad. Hello, namaste. This is also from Shakti for here, Mr. Sumit Kathuria. Oh, yes, you can see. Yes, in the front is BM. And I think Rajni ji is here. Rajni, can you hear? Rajni?
Yes, I saw her.
Rajni Nagrani ji.
I saw her. I saw her.
And then Meenu Mishra, she is here. Spurti ji is here. Spurti, can you hear? Can you put on your camera on, please? Or if you can.
And in
So
2018, 2018, I was in Germany for more than 2 weeks. It's a great country.
So thank you very much to everyone. And today we have some guests also, which are Jyotika ji from Germany, and then Sele, Rahul Rajhans, Silpa Lod, Mariam Fajan,
Namaste, everyone.
Acharya Mukesh ji, Karamjit ji, Kulvinder ji. There is almost most of the known face, Manishankar ji. So everyone known face. Thank you very much. Now our next speaker is also eminent speaker, Dr. Kamakhya Kumar, Professor, Uttarakhand Sanskrit University. So I welcome Dr. Kamakhya ji to deliver his speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mishra. First and foremost, I would like to convey the message. Happy International Yoga Day to all of you. Wish you all the best. And before we start our speech, I would like to mention few names. Mr. Madan Lal Raigarji, Consulate General of India. Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi ji, Chancellor Global Open University. And the organizing team, the organizing secretary, Dr. Rajesh Mishra ji from Mishra Academy. I'd also like to mention Dr. Chinmay Pandya ji, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, and very respectable Dr. Iswar Vasav Reddy ji, Director, Moraji Desai, National Institute of Yoga, Thomas Jerumin, Sumit Kathuria, Swaminath ji, and all the participants and the speakers of this webinar. Friends, my topic of discussion is yoga and holistic healing. So, thank you, sir. I got your message from Dr. Madan Lal Raigar sir ji, the Consulate General of India. Before we go to the speech, I would like to chant Gayatri Mantra. Whosoever can speak, please join me. Om Bhurbhuvasvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Friends, once again, I welcome you all and wishing you a happy International Yoga Day. And today's topic of my discussion is yoga and holistic healing. So, outlines of my discussion will be introducing the yoga, and then I will speak the holistic healing part as well. So, as Ishwar Vasavarati ji was telling lot many things about Maharishi Patanjali, he spoke in the nutshell all the important aspect of yogic activities, yogic knowledges mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And the beginning of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra says Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is nothing but blocking the pattern of consciousness that is stop the fluctuation of the mind. And this is, you can say, it is yoga. Yoga is nothing but the science of observing and controlling the mind. Basically, psychology was invested in the search of psyche or mind. Hence, yoga is one of the best ways to control the mind. There are a few more definitions of yoga as Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tektva Dhananjaya Siddha Siddho Samavutva Samatvam Yogajite. It is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Lord Krishna. He says the harmony is yoga, the balance into your body, mind and spirit. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Harmony everywhere. And he also says Yoga Karmashu Koshalam. Perfection in action is yoga. So basically, yoga is the right way of living, rather say art of living. Yoga in real sense is a continuous process of self-transformation, transforming the body, mind and spirit together. And if you just ask what is self? Self is a combination of body, mind, and spirit altogether. As our body having 5 seats, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanmaya, and Anandamaya. The 5 seats of body altogether, the physical body or food apparatus is called Annamaya Kosha. Then the pranic body or the air apparatus seat is called Pranamaya Kosha. The mental body or the mind step apparatus seat is called Manomaya Kosha. Astral body or the wisdom apparel seat is called Vijnanamaya Kosha. And the bliss body or the bliss apparatus seat is called Anandamaya Kosha. So, these 5 seats of our body and mind can be differentiated into 3 parts, that is body, mind and spirit. And the yoga deal with all 3 aspects, like cleansing, the satkarmas, the postures, the asanas. It is completely related with the body. Then pranayama and meditation, it is quite close to the mind. And the meditation, the mudra bandhas, these are the activities mentioned in yoga, is close to the spirit. That is a bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. These are of the value of spirit and mind. And karma yoga, hatha yoga, it is all related with action, so it is related with the body. Then if you wish to do for something for the spirit, that is mantra yoga, dhyana yoga. And if you wish to go to the complete aspect of yoga, as Ishwar Vasavarati ji was also mentioning, Ashtanga yoga, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan and samadhi. So yama is nothing but the social code of conduct. Niyama is the personal code of conduct. And these 2 are very important if you wish to enter into the higher aspect of yoga, that is asana, pranayama. And the most important is pratyahara, the withdrawal of senses from the outer environment. Then you enter into the concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyan, and the realization, samadhi. So, as the yama and niyama, 5 rules for social code of conduct, 5 personal code of conduct, they're quite difficult. So, for kevalam raj yogaya hat vidyopdishyate. So, for the sake of achieving the Raj Yoga, Hatha Yoga teachings of Hatha Yoga was given to the society. So it starts with Satkarma, the cleansing practices. Neti, Dhoti, Basti, Nauli, Kapalbhati, and Trataka. Hatha Yoga Satkarma is cleansing. For 6 cleansing practices are Neti, Dhoti, Basti, Nauli, Kapalbhati, and Trataka. Then asanas, like we do Paschimottanasana, Dhanurasana, Sarvangasana, etc. And if we go for a combination of asanas, there is a very much popular activities. We know Surya Namaskar. There are 12 postures altogether. And in the breathing techniques, there are several Ashtakumbhak, so 8 types of breathing techniques mentioned in Hatha Yoga techniques, Hatha Yoga text, and some popular pranayama practices are Nari Sodhan Pranayam, Anulom Vilom Pranayam, Sitili, Bhastrika, etc. There are some mudra bandhas like Jalandhar Bandh, Udyan Bandh, Mool Bandh. Then you adopt the meditative techniques. So Satkarmas having direct effect while cleansing our body. So there are a few references where several researches done in this area that if you wish to reduce your body weight, if you wish to reduce your body, the serum glucose, the serum cholesterol level, practice of woman, the dhauti, the cleansing practice, one of the cleansing practice of Satkarma is quite useful. There are several references available in the previous studies. And like if you wish to bring the balance into your body, mind, asana practices are very useful. Effect of yoga on balance and gait properties in your body, in your muscle or musculoskeletal problems. There are several studies conducted by the researchers and the scientists who proves that postures, the asana practices improves your muscles and the postures, that is your the spinal activities, the physiological condition of your joints, etc. Then if you enter into the breathing techniques like Nadi Sodhan, Bhastrika, Suryavedi, Brahmari, Ujjayi, Sitali, Sitkari, Murcha, Plavani, there are references available that oxygen consumption can be improved with the practice of pranayama. So oxygen consumption is more useful for your each and every cell, as every cell requires energy, and to use that energy, it requires the oxygen. So if we practice pranayama, it is quite useful for the body and each and every cell of the body. So then you enter into the dhyan. As Maharishi Patanjali says, Tatra Pratyekatanta Dhyanam. So continuous concentration, one point concentration for a longer time, it is called dhyan or meditation. I would mention the reference of Lord Buddha. Buddha was asked, what have you gained from the meditation? He replied, nothing, however. Buddha said, let me tell you what I lost. I lost the anger, the anxiety, the depression, the insecurity, the fear of old age and death. So you can understand how useful this meditation is and how much you can gain with this practice. So if all the negative emotions you can eliminate through. The common man is still in his Annamaya Kosha, which is why absolutely and other diseases are so rampant, as one does not have a control on one's breathing and thinking. Stress is a problem that is only getting worse with passage time. Yoga offers us a way out from stress, erratic emotions, and low spirit to a relaxed but attentive and a permanently happy state of being. So yoga is a technique which helps us move beyond the confine of the physical body into a state where we can control our breath, our mind, and then our intellect to finally achieve a state of bliss. So there is a need of change in your lifestyle to adopt the yogic techniques, to adopt the yogic lifestyle. So let us say early to bed and early to rise, drink few glasses of water, go for the breakfast before 8, and before you go for breakfast, you should practice at least half an hour for asana, pranayama, meditation altogether, because holistic approach of healing. So if you wish to heal your body, you need to adopt a lifestyle change, a modification in your diet, and then a very disciplined way of living. So dietary approach of yoga is a number of scientific studies and researches shows that yoga therapy is among the most effective complementary therapies for several elements. There is no side effect of practicing yoga if done under the guidance and in a disciplined way. One can start it very easily as a part of regular schedule after a small guidance in few classes of an yoga expert or yoga guru. See, we are celebrating International Yoga Day, and this is Corona time, so we are not celebrating in a group. But obviously, whenever we practice yoga, we practice in a group. So group practice is not yoga therapy. You need a certain guidance, individual guidance from your teacher, from your yoga trainer, and only that then you can achieve the benefits of yoga. There are number of benefits, the physiological benefits, the psychological benefits you gain through. Like if you just mention with the help of certain researches done in the area of yoga, so activities are activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It releases the stiffness and the rigidity. It regulates the cardiovascular activities. It balances the endocrinal secretions, slow down the cardiac workload, regulates the bodily functions, improve the immunity, which is more important in this era, in this pandemic session. So there are number of researches done in the area of improving immunity with the help of yoga, and it also manages the psychosomatic disorders. So there are number of psychological benefits of yoga. It brings a betterment in your body-mind coordination, the ability of cope with the situation. It also brings a harmony in the work. There are number of benefits like contentment you gain, happiness, cheerfulness you gain, betterment in the relationship, enhances the memory. You also improve your mental and inner calmness. So some of our viewers sending the message that we are agree with the line that a dietary modification is must for gaining the benefits of yoga. So yoga therapy is complete only then when you are modified your diet and modifying your lifestyle. So if you wish to achieve the all benefits of yoga, you need to make a disciplined life, you need to bring a change into your lifestyle, and you need to bring a change in your dietary habits. So if you regularly practice the yoga, will increase the awareness, you will increase the behavioral modifications. So there are certain spiritual benefits also, because yoga is not limited to the asana, pranayama, and it is not limited to the body. So it is also related with the mind and the spirit. So spiritual benefits of yoga is it activates the psychic centers. Our 7 chakras are there: Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, the Ajna Chakra, and it develops the magnetic personality. It improves the vitality. It raises the wisdom and develops the wholeheartedness. And you also gain extra sensory potentials. So I think it is more than 15 minutes I'm talking about, but I would conclude with 3 points. Like if you wish to improve your physical body, you should practice Surya Namaskar. If you wish to improve your mind, you should practice Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. And if you wish to activate your inner sense, inner spiritual awakening, you wish to, you should go for Savita Dhyan. That is meditating on the rising sun. It is also useful for improving your vitamin D. So, which is one of the most important aspect of improving your immunity. So, only 3 practice if you continue for 3 months or 6 months, you will gain and you can observe all such physiological and psychological benefits as I mentioned in last chapter. So, Surya Namaskar, Nadi Shodhan and Savita Dhyan, I would suggest you should practice because it is taking very less time and giving lot of benefits. So now I would conclude with the subject like through the practice of yoga, we become aware of the interconnectedness between our emotions, mental and physical levels. Gradually, this awareness leads to an understanding of the more subtle areas of existence. The ultimate goal of yoga is to make it possible for you to be able to fuse together the gross material of Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya, the physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual level within your being. So, thank you once again. Thank you everyone for listening me, and thank you Dr. Mishra for providing me the platform to connecting with all such beautiful people and the knowledgeable people. So thank you everyone.
Thank you, Kamakhya ji.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad. Namaskar. We always, usually I always receive guidance from Kamakhya ji. Whenever I have some issues, blindly I call him and he always reply, whether the night, whether the day, within a minutes. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Namaskar.
We are grateful that Swami Maheshanand ji join us. Although Swamiji has told me that I don't have time
Namaste.
because he has a lot of classes. So then I request. Okay.
It's pleasure for us.
Yes, it's pleasure for us. So thank you, Swamiji.
Namaste. I just finished my program with other groups, so I immediately checked. I still have time, so I'm happy to join everybody here.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you for joining.
Hariom, Swamiji, Hariom.
Hari Om ji. My pleasure too.
Actually, we are getting late. So at this moment, there is a next principal is Mr. Mukesh Kumar ji from yoga teachers, yoga master and wellness coach from IBM Group, but from India. And same time, Swaminath Gyandarshi ji. So I'm open. Whoever, Mukesh ji. So Acharya Mukesh ji. Hello. Acharya Mukesh ji, are you here? Are you here? So do you have time? Do you have some time? 10 minutes. I would like to request the next speaker, please stay on the time. So.
Okay, I will keep in my mind time. I know this morning, all of conducting a lot of sessions. It's great to be here. I wish you a very happy International Yoga Day. My heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Madanlal Ji, Consul General of India in Hamburg, and Priyaranjan Trivedi ji, Dr. Chinmaya Panda ji, and Dr. Rajesh Mishra ji, my good friend, and all the guest families, participants in the session. God bless you all. Always to be happy, to be healthy. As we know, since human civilization came to an existence, a man has been in constant search of health, peace, and harmony. Did we achieve, despite of having lots of development of advanced science and technology? And today, on this platform, International Yoga Day, we can say that yoga has better opportunities. Yoga has impossible possibilities to achieve this target, because when I was traveling all across the globe and I was teaching yoga to different communities, I found the same discipline, doing same dedication, same devotion, same practices, same everything. Only thing is the connection of body and mind. And there where yoga comes and works, and yoga is being globalized all across the world, and people are coming forward to accept and to get the more benefit out of this. Actually, yoga came to an existence since through the greatest wisdom and sadhanas of ancient sages and rishis, and it has been used for centuries in keeping a one step, very good harmony. The benefits of yoga are not limited to stress relief and mental wellness. There are no limit to the knowledge and benefits of yoga. The more you practice, the more you will continue to get the benefit. Yoga has impossible and possibilities for health, happiness, and world brotherhood. Today, world is realizing basic mantra of living healthy and happiness. How we can live healthy and how we can live with happiness. In times of epidemic like Corona, the usage of yoga has become even more important, because through proper discipline of yoga, diet, and lifestyle, we can control or we can get rid of from such kind of virus and viral infections. My talk was today yoga for immunity. So I was just in very brief, I can conclude my things. I know we are running very short of time. People were talking about here, like I have listened Dr. Vaswa Reddy, Dr. Kamyakya Kumar, and even Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi ji, absolutely well about the philosophical aspect, mental wellness, everything, Patanjali Yoga Darshan. The only three things if we learn in Patanjali, the first three verses of Patanjali, like At Yoga Anushasanam. If this definition is explored, this is the first verse of Mercy Patanjali. At means now, Anu means to be followed, Sasan means strictly. So when you start following something strictly in your day-to-day life, that become a discipline. So yoga is just like a discipline. It makes your body disciplined, it makes your breathing disciplined, and it makes your mind disciplined. So we have to understand yoga in this way. Atha yoga anushasanam, a complete discipline of your body, a complete discipline of your respiratory system, your prana. Prana is the most essential component of nature. We can live without fire, without earth, without space, and without water. But living without air is very, very impossible. So therefore, prana is the most important component of yoga. Prana. There are a lot of research, and that's what I am going to talk here about few minutes on prana and corona and the vitality and the immunity and how we can enhance, how we can boost our immune system through pranayama. There are various techniques of pranayama if you practice in your day-to-day life, because there are three types of immunities. Immunities means your defense mechanism of your body. This defense mechanism is as similar as like a troop is deployed on the boundaries of the country, and they do not accept the enemy or the terrorists to come inside. Similarly, we have this kind of immunity that is called innate immunity. By birth, inbuilt, we are born with this kind of immunity. So this immunity cannot be developed, and this is coming from the genes and from the birth. So this is innate immunity, and this immunity works like, like our skin. It keeps our body hydrated, like saliva, glands, like sweating, tears. So this is all part of integrated part of the immunity, and these are built in. So this is called innate immunity. And the other kind of immunity is adaptive immunity. Adaptive immunity is just like a commando force. So we have, if some enemy came into the boundaries and some terrorist is coming into the boundaries, then what we do? We have a very good commando force, and these commando force is like a natural killer cells. These cells with the support of small troops of these cells, and these cells, it works, it finds the virus and scan and memorize it and make the plasma, make the antibodies and work it. When it comes, like nowadays, science is discovering new things about this, that they will make some plasma and they will put some other body, and the body will get the antibodies and we can cure this kind of corona. So this second immunity is also not developed. So let's talk about the third type of immunity and how pranayama is effective in that kind of immunity. So third immunity is acquired immunity. We have to acquire from outside. We are born here, we have everything. If the terrorist is coming in our body, the first innate immunity is not able to protect. Second layer is not able to protect. Then what we have to do, we have to work with the acquired immunity, and that is acquired through pranayama, through lifestyle, through proper diet. So these are, and through proper herb, through proper food. These all integrated holistic approach can enhance, can boost your acquired immunity. So here the pranayama, because there are many research about the prana. Pranayamam paramam tapa. It is mentioned in ancient scripture. Pranayama is the greatest austerity. If you practice prana, you can activate your inner energy channels and the tracks, and the energy can move very frequently, and all the channels will be clean through this kind of breathing techniques. So there are research during 2005 to 2019. They found that the blood pressure will be normalized if you do proper rhythmic and rational breathing. Actually, breathing is an involuntary system. But when you practice pranayama, you can make it voluntary. So you are making something involuntary, voluntary. So that is like prana. While you are eating, while you are drinking, while you are roaming, swimming, talking, singing, dancing, you are not bothered about your breathing. It is always functioning. It is just voluntary, involuntarily working. But when you are sitting in pranayama, when you are focusing, when you are proper your attention, you concentrate, you bring your awareness on incoming and outgoing breath, and then you consume the amount of oxygen and you release the air. So that means you make it discipline. You bring all of that discipline. According to the ancient scripture, one text says, Chale bate chale chittam nischalam nischale bhavet. When you feel very anger, when you are very much angry, very much upset, what happens? Your respiratory rate gets disturbed. So respiratory is disturbed, mind is disturbed. So to control your mind, control your breath. You just normalize your breathing and mind will control, mind will calm down. So breathing works like amazingly. That's why it is very important that if we go with these 13 times of breathing techniques, I think we can get, and there are some research, they have shown that this breathing pattern can also bring some change in WBC, because during the stress, what happens? Our brain, we get released the cortisol, and this cortisol stop the functioning of WBC, white blood cells. So therefore, it is very important not to release the cortisol. If you do proper breathing, then we can control the release of the cortisol then it works. And similarly, the blood circulation was normalized, autonomic system found more improved. So this is what, there is a one small test on detoxification in yoga called Gherand Samhita. Gherand Samhita has mentioned various types of breathing, various types of cleansing procedures, and once it is also mentioned yavanto जीव जंतुआ तावंतो आसना, अर्थात इस पृथ्वी पर जितने जीव जंतु हैं उतने ही आसन हैं. So this is very significant. When I started practicing, I found the camel posture is very good for the spine. If you get the relevance of that posture, it found. Similarly, there are different breathing pattern also as per the species of this world. So as per their, like a rabbit, you suppose a rabbit in 1 minute, he takes 35 to 40 breath in a minute, and he lives for 8 to 10 years. A horse takes 25 to 30 breath in a minute, and he lives for 20 to 25 years. A man, he takes 15 to 18 breath, and he lives 90 to 100 years. Similarly, an elephant takes 6 to 7 breaths in a minute, and he lives 150 years or 200 years approximately. And then a turtle, 4 to 5 times breath in a minute, and he lives 300 to 400 years. So you can see the miracle of breath. This breathing is really amazing. If you do breathing, because moving your body in the morning or evening is not enough to move your mind into different era. So if you connect with your breathing, if you connect with your prana is the ultimate healer. Once this, because your body directly observe it. When you breathe, it directly goes to the lungs and goes to the heart and circulates directly. So the breathing is the most effective and the most important practice of it is bridge between body and mind. When you connect with the breath, you are always aware of your consciousness. So before meditation, there are many meditators, teachers, they teach, be very consciously aware of breath, and you just feel the rise and up of your breathing. And then you go far deeper and deeper and then just experience the inner consciousness. So these are the things we found during the research and studies. So these species have different pattern of breathing. And now what breathing are very good during this pandemic situation of COVID-19. So I think we should practice the proper breathing which can enhance the lungs capacity, especially the diaphragm, the clavicular muscles, and upper respiratory tract. This is very important. During, we have this corona comes from which are the pathways, gateways to access in the body. That checkup points we have to clear, and we have to work on that. So this upper respiratory tract is very important. So what are the practices we can do here? And that's very important. So I think the Anulom Vilom Pranayam first we have to do. And how to do? So I will demonstrate you one round to do this Anulom Vilom Pranayam. One of the best alternative breathing. There are 72,000 nadis in our body, but 3 nadis are very important: Ida, Pingla, and Susumna. The prana flows these through and then goes to the dormant stage of the spinal column and then activate the pranic force and for the energy. So how we can do this? Very important is when you do any breathing exercise, make sure your spinal column will be erect or straight. It's very important. If there is any curve, you cannot push the energy to the upper level. All the impulses which are going to the brain or being sent to the brain, it is sent through the spinal cord. Therefore, your spinal column has to be very, very straight. And then keep your hands like this. This is Chin Mudra. Both the wrists are gently placed on your knees. And this is Gyan Mudra. This is the symbolic gesture of knowledge. If you are giving some knowledge to someone, then your hands has to be in this position. And you are receiving the knowledge, then your hands has to be like this. So be seated like this. And then keep the spinal column very straight, like this. And then perform the mudra for pranayam, like this. Index finger and your middle finger on root of the thumb, like this you can put. And then always use your right hand for pranayam and left hand on your knee, because left side of your heart, arteries, everything. So we are not supposed to disturb this portion, must be rest properly and close the right nostril and then fill your lungs. Very proper ratio, proper rhythm, proper length, and observe it. And you have to fill your lungs with maximum amount of oxygen, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And out from the right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In from the right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out from the left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To clean entire energy tract. This pranayam is very good. This is also known as Nadi Shodhan, and there are other variations can be done with Kumbhak, Bandhas, all etc. But I am just practicing. I know Rajesh ji running very late.
Thank you very much. Thank you for, because
So I think I should not make you delay.
He has class. He has
If you
class.
can,
He's from Italy. So
if time permits, I can continue.
yes, I can understand that you are such miss all the speakers are such experience. So even the 15-20 minutes to summarize everything is very hard. I can understand as a yoga teacher. So thank you very much. And hope next.
So thank you, and I must say thanks to His Excellency Madan Lal ji and all the eminent guest speakers in this conference. And I hope next time we'll have the time, we'll give the more view of yoga therapeutic point of view. Thank you very much,
But I
Rajesh ji.
learned something
It's a
from
great
you
pleasure to
today.
be here.
Individually, personally, I learned something. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar. Thank you. So, and one thing I would like to say, Acharya Mukesh ji, whatever you see big events in the weather in the some exhibition center in Delhi, so Acharya Mukesh ji is organizing this big event. So he's the big organizer, big promoter of yoga in India, and he always work close to the Ministry of Ayush. Thank you, Acharya Mukesh ji. Now I would like to invite Swami Gyandarshi ji. So Swaminath Gyandarshi ji, please. Swaminath Gyandarshi ji, he is from Italy. So please, that's not your time.
Namaste to everyone. I would like to thank first of Dr. Rajesh Mishra that who have brought this event at the front, and then so many people from the different part of the world, they can come together and they can keep their words, they can talk about the yoga. And I like to say thank to the Mr. Madan Lal Malji, who's always supporting for the yoga. Manaji, time to time, Rajesh Mishra always telling about you that you are very active for the programs, very active for doing the cultural activities, promoting Indian culture. Here, I understand everyone is running sort of time, and me too, because in next 5-6 minutes I have next session which I should conduct. So I will finish my talk very quickly in the short words. As we are seeing that everyone is talking about the yoga, his effects of yoga, healing, pranayama, changing the energies, mudra, eating habits, lifestyle. We all know about this. We tell everything to the people, to the society. I will like to say one important thing is, like, everyone is running in the life and they don't have time. They always say we don't have time and not able to do the practices, the activities which is good for health, and they know how to do even. Yoga is something is very easy. Once you learn, after learning well, you can continue doing yoga by your own anywhere. You don't need any tools. You don't need any
Yoga is
space.
good for
You
our
can do the yoga.
physical health. It helps
And
us to improve our mental ability.
yeah, you can do yoga anywhere, even at the workplace, traveling, walking, sleeping. There is no limit of doing yoga. The other thing I will like to say, now the yoga, the people understand like yoga means doing the yoga postures, but that is just one small part of the yoga. It's not only the yoga. Yoga is something much more bigger than that. Yoga helps to create your personality, create you a true human. You get to know yourself. Yoga brings you closer to you, closer to your soul. The people who's religious, they consider it's closer to the God. Who are the yogis, great yogis says the enlightenment, you become Buddha. So all those things, that the capacity of yoga. I will like to say how we can practice this, all the tools which we have around doing yoga practices, pranayamas, meditations and all. I will just say one thing, that we say we don't have time, but once we get sick, everything stops. And then we have time to run around the hospitals. So before the situation comes, we can do something, and not much. Out of 24 hours, we can take 10 minutes a day for practicing few postures and pranayama. That will give you sufficient energy for the whole day to carry on with the good energy, with the positive energy that will help to protect you from the bad energy around you as well. And for doing pranayama, we don't need to have even that 10 minutes, because we breathe since birth till death. So one cannot say that I don't have time for doing pranayama. Actually, you breathe throughout the day, so you can do the pranayama 24 hours. With the teaching of Bihar School of Yoga, it says you can do meditation 24 hours, which is called Ajpaja, which is basically you observe your breath. You look into your breath, you're doing meditation. So one side where we know the people are busy, there is no time, but once you understand the right way of doing it, when you know how to do it, then you have plenty of time. Now you know you have 24 hours for doing pranayama every day, just concentrating on the breath. For going higher into that, you take some extra times, and then you can practice going more deeper in it. But that's still, who like to go more deeper, they continue that pranayama 24 hours, meditation 24 hours, observing to the breath. That is the best meditation, most easiest meditation one can do. So I will conclude my speech here so that everyone can do the yoga, everyone can do the pranayama. There is no excuse of not having time. Everyone can do the practices in the morning, in the evening, while traveling, while going to work, coming back from work, going to sleep. So there is requirement of willingness. If you will, there is a way. We already heard about the benefit of pranayama, which was wonderfully told by the yoga teacher, that our yogacharya from India, the Mukesh. And then we heard the Kamakhya, who was talking about the aspect of the yoga. So I guess it doesn't require I repeat the same things again. So my message to the world on the World Yoga Day, where you are, in whatever situation you are, do few minutes of yoga, at least few minutes of pranayama, Nadi Sodhan, Antarmona meditation, Kapalbhati Bhastrika. If you can't do that, please concentrate on the breath for 5 minutes and you see the miracles will happen. Every day, 5 minutes of breathing awareness in the morning will relax your mind and it will give you sufficient positive energy to go for that day. Gradually, it will build up, and in a week, in a month time, you will see that you are staying more relaxed and calm, and there is no tiredness, no depression, no anxiety, and you become more aware about the situation. Okay, thank you to everyone. Thank you for my guru brothers, all the yoga teachers. Okay, thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Gandarsi ji. Thank you very much. Thank you. By the way, your background is very nice, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now it's time for Sarita Sakti from Spain. She is also yoga master. So Sarita Sakti ji.
Ariam, sorry, was not the sound. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear.
So first of all, thank you very much to invite me to this international seminar. I will be short. Many things have been said already. And I'm really honored to be the only woman, so a bit of Shakti also in this day. And for me, I can just share my experience. In my opinion, yoga is one of the most valuable tools we have to make our body and mind healthy and just to gain all the imbalance. As many other teachers say, so between Ida, Pingala and Shushuma, our parasympathetic, sympathetic and central nervous system, I would like just to make an easy way to show this work in our body as a river. Just try to imagine our circulation system is like a river flowing free without any obstacles. When we have some experience in our life, then can block our body, is like to find a stone in the river. So the water, it will stand on the stone and it will produce some toxin, then it will keep that in our body. So through a really simple asana, as we learn in the hot school of yoga, that's Pavamuktasana, to release the energy in our joint. We just make our body free of that lock, and our circulation system can just flow freely. Another aspect that is really important is the endocrine system that needs work as the principal chakra in our spinal cord. And with some simple Tadasana series through 5 rounds of Surya Namaskara, we can just easily open also these parts. So as Swaminath Vyandarshi said, to keep yoga in life, it's really easy. And I'm agree then we can just use 5, 10, 15 minutes just to be aware every day, make some movement to open up our body, open our joint, open up our spinal cord, go to pranayama, as they explain you very well, all the benefit, how does it work. And pranayama, we know that energize our body. So after, we can use the asana as a public transport to get from the body to our mind through pranayama. And then we can start some simple meditation practice then can help you as if we're going to run every day and we're training run, so every day we're getting faster and we improve our resistance. In the same way is meditation in our daily life. If you start to meditate every day 5 or 10 minutes, what you will bring in your life is that drashta, is that awareness to live as an observer, not to just live from the right understanding of what's happening in your life. The most of the time we are connecting more with our emotion than to the real situation, not the real understanding, viveka, what it's really happened. And meditation give you that tools to be able to become an observer of the situation in the time that you are living. Just get out of your emotion and observe it from outside. So it's what yoga give to us. So we can say that yoga, it's magic, and we have to do it in our life every day in a really simple way. So don't just get scared from these advanced and difficult asanas. Are you listening? Yes? Okay. So just go for the simple yoga, simple asana, simple meditation practice, simple breathing practice. Keep it every day in your life. In the morning, have 15 minutes of working on your asana, working in open up your body. Have 10 minutes of yoga nidra, deep relaxation, pranayama in the afternoon, and just end your day before sleeping with some short and nice meditation practice. Then you can find it everywhere. So I don't want just to get more time. I know you're really late and your face is like suffering. Then I'm going too late. So thank you very much again.
You are balancing, because all of the Shiva and you are the Shakti. So Shakti
yeah, exactly.
holds all the Shiva and balancing. So you can take the time, is no worries.
No, I just like to give that balance today. So,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
And yes, please keep yoga all the time with you.
Thank you, Hari. Thank you.
Very well.
Now our last speaker Mr. Shivchittam, founder and CEO, Anant Bodh from India. And I know that all the teachers, because today is the special day, so all the teachers is busy from the morning to for the different lecture, different events. So sorry for being late. We are running half an hour late. Sorry. Yeah.
So Hari Om, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my great pleasure being here, sharing the platform with all the dignitaries and the privileged people. And thank you, Dr. Rajesh Mishra ji, for coordinating such a lovely seminar. And the topic of the day today is health and healing through yoga. And I would stick to this and I would not take too much time basically. So it's been almost 19 years that I have been helping people handling the different health related issues through the yogic practices. In most of the diseases, yoga works as a preventive tool. And in some places, in some diseases, it acts as a curative technique and the curative practices. And in many of the diseases, it works as a promotive tool also. So yoga is a preventive, curative, and preventive tool. What is required here is to have a balanced approach, a balanced routine, a holistic approach, and being disciplined, as many of the speakers mentioned about this. A discipline and a regularity is very much important here. Like these days we see here in India and elsewhere, there is a culture of practicing yoga once a week or twice a week or thrice a week, which is basically not good for the health perspective. If we have to attain health, we have to deal with any health issues, we need to be very, very firm about the practices, very regular, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, and 365 days a year. That should be the approach while practicing yoga. And not only that much, like if we are handling some diseases, sometime like we take a medicine, the doctor prescribes us the medicine twice a day or thrice a day. In many of the cases, yoga is also used in the same way. Sometimes some practices in the morning, some practices in the afternoon, and also some practices in the evening before sleep. So as I mentioned, a balanced routine of asanas, the pranayams, the yoga nidras, and the meditations, and supported, well supported by Shat Karmas, the Jal Neti or the Kunjal or the Shank Prachalan, and a balanced sattvic diet to manage any health issues is very, very important. And other than that, if we go into the root causes of issues people are facing these days, most of them have the psychosomatic issues related to the mind and the psyche. So here the changing the lifestyle and the day's routine is very important. So giving the person a balanced routine, a yogic lifestyle is very, very important. Changing their lifestyle, what all they had in their life previously, giving them a complete change routine is very much required. So morning till evening, incorporating the yogic principle, yogic practices to maintain the health and the healing of the body, to attain the happiness and leading a happy life is very, very important that we have a balanced yogic lifestyle. Starting from the morning, we can have some mantras in the morning, and then the practicing asanas and the pranayams. Then maybe in the afternoon, some practices of relaxation. And at night, before going to the sleep, the review of the day, what all we had during the day, just observing everything morning till evening, one by one, that releases the mind. All the impressions of the mind gets cleared up, and then the sleep quality improves, and then the next morning is a very fresh morning. So other than the yogic practices, incorporating the Karma Yoga aspect, especially dealing with some mind-related issues, depression, anxiety and all, the Karma Yoga is very effective. So pushing the people, doing some seva, some service in the society, in the place they live in, that is again to eradicate the mental problems. The Karma Yoga principles are very, very important. So when it comes to the practice of asana, the number of asana doesn't matter much. Even the amount of practices or the quantity of asanas doesn't matter much. The approach, the way we practice asana, that is more important than anything else. So being totally aware, doing asanas, following the breath, having a proper sequencing of the practices, and in between a proper relaxation, that helps a person a lot dealing with the health issues and having a proper yoga practices. So I would not take too much time. My request to all the people is that we need to be very regular, disciplined in the yoga practices, whether we are as a teacher, we are practicing yoga, or we are giving the yogic practices to our students. We need to tell them to be disciplined, we need to tell them to be regular, and the result comes, the benefit is seen in a matter of a week to a month, and we can manage most of the diseases through the practice of different tools and techniques of yoga. So that's all from my side. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Sipchitam ji is thank you very much. Some words is coming and I would like to appreciate your beautiful house. Background is very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I know we are running the 40 minutes late. We are running the 40 minutes late. And as Swami Maheshanand ji here, and many speakers, we learned from him. Many speakers, we learned from him. And so I would like to request him just in 2 minutes. I know because
I would like to say something great regard and love and respect to Shri Swami Maheshanand ji. I think during my time, he was there as a teacher, and it's I think lovely feeling. It's my pleasure sharing the platform with him. And after, I think it's many years that I see him. He's been too busy traveling across the globe, and he doesn't look after us now anymore. So that's the issue we have now.
So just I will request him, please speak 2 minutes. And for your information, next week, Saturday, 3 to 5, we are going international seminar on yoga and dance. And Shobhana Narayan ji, Padma Shri Shobhana Narayan ji from the India, Guru Hemant Panwar from Canada, Padma Bhushan Sri Alar Melvalli ji, they are going to bless seminar, this international seminar. So, and there will be some eminent speaker also. So, Swami Maheshanand ji, please bless us just for your few words.
Thank you and namaste and greetings to everybody for this International Yoga Day that brings us together. That is what yoga is about. Can you hear me?
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay. And I'm happy to be in this august presence of so many people here and a nice presentation, a lot of people I know. And I noticed that they have covered a lot of nice ground from the practical perspective of the practices, asana, pranayam. I would just like to add two things from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Because you see, we are in kind of a war situation. A lot of the government, they just kind of invoke the war situation. And Bhagavad Gita is one of the texts that can guide us in any situation. And Bhagavad Gita takes care of three major areas, which is also the study of psychology. One is cognition, another is conation, which deals with action, and the third is affection, the emotional side. And I see that a lot of people, because of the continuous bombardment from the media side, they are more afraid of corona than the actual corona. I think more people are going to die out of fear of corona than the real corona situation. So it's important that we understand the knowledge part, the Gyan Yoga, the Karma Yoga. Keep doing your work with a sense of surrender and bhakti. Always believe in a higher principle. That will guide you in creating a nice energy field and a mental immunity, which is more important to start with. Because yes, some people are totally susceptible to this corona situation, but if you want to keep your immunity high, then connect with this higher principles also, because the cause is of course a physical cause, but it is also the psychosomatic side of our being that can make us connect to this disease even if we are in a good health. So get some good guidance from Srimad Bhagavad Gita also. Other than that, all the wonderful presenters, they have highlighted yoga practices from asana, pranayam, relaxation, meditation, a continuous connection with the pranayam practice through your awareness of the breath. So those are all wonderful things. And I would like to congratulate the team for making this possible for everybody. Namaste and good wishes. It seems we have lost Rajesh ji.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Swamiji. Sorry, this was the mute. Thank you, Swamiji. And thank you very much. Now is Devi Prasad ji from Shakti IFO, because this event is organized by Shakti IFO and Consulate General of India and supported by Incredible India, Dr. Mishra Academy, Indian community in Bremen, and Global Indian Network community. So we all are organizing jointly. So Devi Prasad ji on behalf of Shakti IFO.
Thank you, Mishra ji, for this opportunity, and I would like to thank on behalf of Shaktya IFO, Mr. Madan L. Raigar ji, Consul General of India, and as Mishra ji said, he is a people's CG, Consul General. He is always so well supportive to the Vereins charities here in and around Niedersachsen, Bremen, Hamburg. And I would, on behalf of Shaktya IFO, we really thank him. And I also thank Priyaranjan Trivedi ji, Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi ji, Confederation of Indian Universities, India, and Chinmay Pandya ji, Vice Chancellor, Dev Sanskriti Viswavidyalaya, Haridwar, and India, and Mr. Ishwar Baswareddy ji, Advisor Yoga and Neuropathy at Ministry of Ayush Government of India, for joining this session, and Mr. Jochen Tronk, Yoga Master from Finland. Thank you very much, Jochen. And Dr. Kamakya Kumar ji, Professor, Uttarakhand Sanskrit University, India. Thank you, sir, for your insights on yoga. Mr. Mukesh Kumar ji, Yoga and Wellness Coach, JBM Group, India. Thank you, sir. And Miss Sarita Shakti, Yoga teacher from Spain. Thank you for your smile through the whole video session. It's really, we felt really happy. And Swaminath Gyandarshi ji, Yoga Master and Wellness Consultant from Italy. Thank you, sir. Mr. Shivachittam, Founder and CEO, Anand Bodh, India. Thank you. And on behalf of Shaktya IFO, we also thank our own members, Sumit ji, Kulvin ji, and Spurti ji, and Rajni ji for joining this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Many thanks. We seek your always guidance, supports. Next Saturday, we have another seminar regarding the yoga and dance. So you all are most welcome. Thank you. Namaste. Hari Om. Thank you, sir. And thanks to all the participants.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Good work.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for late.
Koi baat nahi. During this session, I covered a lot of ground. But I was in touch with you. I was listening
Yes,
audio.
I know. That,
I was getting audio.
That I have seen. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. And